Richmond Football Club. They once set the gold star standard in the league, and then after those great years they had in 2017 to 2020, they basically fell off and became a bit irrelevant. Now that they're tanking for the number one pick, and they've basically got a hospital. They basically have got a bit like a hospital room with so many injured players on the team. And it's hard to believe Richmond did not have a mid-season draft pick in this AFL 26 rebuild. They'd simulate through the season to see, well, we do beat Essendon, beat North and Collingwood, Carlton. Oh, we do take 16th at the end of the season. And the season's over. Meaning it is the Dockers who won the 2026 Premiership still. No one from Tigers really made an impact. Except for shock reason, Tom Lynch. And the Curvers, Sloston, and Lynch have all finished up at Richmond. So we give Briggs a 6-year deal. He's now going to be at the Tigers, with Richmond fixing their ruck problems. Look at that, Zach Butters has signed a huge contract with the Tigers. They seem to be very active in the free agency period really early, with Briggs and Butters joining the Tigers. Could Ben King be next on the Richmond radar? He wants to take a huge monetary offer to become a Tiger. 8-year contract. He's off to Richmond for the next 8 years. Well, this is basically looking like the end of the golden era. This could be the start of a new era here at Punt Road. But we're going to have to say goodbye to Nathan Broad. Let's do a trade with Fremantle. We'll say goodbye to Nathan Broad. Jacob Hopper. And Lee Fowl. SS and Ryan's horrendous contract. For the bloke who won last year's Rising Star, Murphy Reed, heading to the Tigers. Prestia Lynch. Jaden Short. And Morris Rioli. They're all set for a dinner reunion. Well, Richmond is said to get Ned Moyle in return for a bit of ruck depth. With the Tigers now moving on to a new era. With the Tigers now ushering in a new era. We'll do a trade with Port Power. McAuliffe Fawcett. It's nearly green. Pick 32 to Port for picks 12. Pick 12, 13 and 38. Tim Taranto's on his way out. He's about to go to Melbourne. In return for boyhood Tigers fan Harvey Langford heading to Punt Road. We're bringing him home. Now to North Melbourne. Ross Smith, Matt South, so Gibcus. I think pick 13 are on their way to North. Just for one of the best youngsters in the competition. It was also Sam Walsh's cousin, Finn O'Sullivan. Sam Layla's not locked into a long-term contract with the Tigers. Well, this rebuild can make the 2024 draft class. Looks like Richmond's greatest draft class we've ever seen. Well, pretty much we've ever seen. As long as Smelly can get his, as long as Smiley can get his body right, man, we'll be good. I think we've re-signed most of the draft, a lot of the draft class. But we've got to give Jonty Fall a new deal as well. They are the future building blocks of the Tigers. Now for a deal with Hawthorn. We're seeing Campbell Gray and I think pick 86. So Hawthorn. We just swap picks with Hawthorn. So he managed to get Charl back as a restricted free agent. Tigers. They're about to swap a future third for St Kilda for Jack Higgins. For future second, future third, Jack Higgins and Riley Farmer coming to the Tigers. Look at that, the Tigers are stacked with 2024 draft class talent. Sam Banks for 2GF going to Richmond. We're about to send Campbell Gray and pick 12 over Geelong's way in return for You return for Connor O'Sullivan, heading to the Tigers. Another huge trade for Richmond. Look at all this that we're reinvesting the squad big time. Anton Sparrow has just signed for the Tigers on a 5-year contract. Tigers spent the entire trade period reinvesting in this squad. Now for the national draft, pick 3. Got to go with Fisher. And so St Kilda basically went with Riley. Must have went with Riley Farmer's cousin from Queensland, Silas Farmer, as his replacement. Tigers went with Austin Bryant. Richmond got Mitch Hinge in the rookie draft. Anyone else for the AFL? I reckon Henry Husthwaite could look like another good pick for the Tigers. We'll give Smiley the number 9 Guernsey. We've got to give Armstrong number 16. $41's gone to Charles. 13's gone to Farmer. Zach Butters is set for 7. Briggs to take 25. Langford taking number 3. Connor O'Sullivan set for number 2. This will be the first time in a while that number 17 does not go to a Rioli. Ben King set for 19. Higgins to weigh 28 as a throwback. These are all the new Richmond numbers for 2026. For 2027. Let's see if 2027 can be the year the Tigers advance a bit further. L, L, W, L. We're taking a few L's, and it's still in 16th. So the Tigers take Clark and Walter in the mid-season draft. Another one onto the senior list. Got to get past away 3 more years in a senior list. I think Richmond are locking their young squad in for a long term. Hugo and Roberts Thompson don't all staying on. Richmond have just promoted 4 people from the rookie list. Well, this may be the year the Tigers might sneak into the plans. Last round we got Collingwood. What an unbelievable run. The run's still gone. I'm happy. I'll take 9th. Better than being last. Better than being in the bottom 3 again. And look, Jill, look at that. This young Richmond team are in the finals. Beat Collingwood. Well, it was a great run. Got ousted by the Adelaide Crows. I think Matt Miller may be on Australian team this season for Richmond. The senior list. now for another time for another trade period. Tyler Sunsey, Tom Brown, James Trezise, heading off the Hawthorn for picks 15, 35, and 53. This will help Richmond get back to the draft. Anand, Kobe Anand, Jed Walter, Johnny Clark, and pick 13 off to the Crows. Or just to bring in a couple of 99 rated legends who used to be a part of Richmond. So Richmond have traded a couple of their mid-season draftees, all just to bring back two of the greatest Tigers of all time, of the modern era, Matt Greenwood and his longtime sidekick Lachlan Brown, back to front road to finish what they started. For the Dockers that descend. An unhappy Henry Hustwaite, Bryant's, one of our new draftees, Roberts Thompson, prospect 27. For a future second. Only to send that same future second to Freo. Back to Freo. Just to bring a legend at Richmond, Shea Bolton, back to Punt Road as well. England bringing back some old Tigers. How about that? Few returnees. Not just the return of Brown, but also the return of Greenwood to the Tigers. As in this one, Richmond, well, they have just booted out Adam Ose as their coach. Zach Domenico becomes their new coach. Anyways, back we are. Well, I think Zach's sending Mitch Hinge back to the Crows. Back to the Adelaide Crows for Hinge. Maybe not Hinge. Burton, Tom Burton, Zane Pugh can't pick 15 and pick 35. Heading out to the Crows in return for Dre Bennett. Next up on the trade table, we're going to Freo again. We'll lose Caleb Smith. Who we clearly don't need. And a future first, or just to bring Jordan Clark to front road. As Richmond probably going to be using the money to bring Lockie Ash back to Victoria. Five-year contract. GWS have elected not to match. Zach Domenico has continued to improve for Tigers. Unfeeding might need improvement. Well, looks like Jack Ross is going to have to go for a new number, as he's probably going to lose number 5 back to Matty Greenwood. As he's going to be heading back to his old club to finish his career. However, we don't have anyone in the national draft. So we're going to have to work our charm in the rookie draft. We take Leandro Leon and Dominic Jackson, the son of Daniel Jackson. We'll give Ross's throwback number. Might as well give Harry Armstrong his 34 back. Olga will now wear 26, says his old number's gone to Shea Bolton. Now it's 2028. Maybe this could be the one. So the Tigers have spoiled Dimmer's winning streak up at the top end. Brewski, Arnell, Lowell, and Shaw have all been taken mid-season. Next up, we got Essendon. Richmond have just had a huge win over Essendon. Next up, we got Port. Look at that, Jonty Fall's foot grown a fair bit. So has Harry Armstrong. They've grown ever since. With following Lachlan Brown's return to the Tigers. To be more like a mentor. 9-point win over the Power. No, that's Cody McKenzie's season over. He's going to be out of action for a long time. Welcome back, Lockie Ash. We lost to Hawthorn. Yeah, to make matters worse, we just lost Manny Green. We've just lost Manny Greenwood to injury. So we bring back his protege. So Brown comes in for Armstrong. He's turned back the clock in his 18th season. Murphy reads out with a calf strain. Even though we don't have Reed, but the good news is we got Greenwood back. We got Greeny back. Looks like the Tigers have kind of gone back to the future. Oh no, we got no Farmer. Means we might have to play Parnell. Still did enough to beat Essendon. Next up, we got Adelaide. Guess who's back? Murphy Reed. We'll just drop Chol. Make way for Fall. Wait for Armstrong. It's over Tigers. They're moving a bit closer to Adelaide on the ladder. No trainer, that means, well, we might play Gruski. Just got over the line against the Giants. The return of Farmer has been gathering momentum for the Tigers. It's so we're at a three horse race for top of the table with Richmond and the Lions. We just got out of jail to beat the Eagles. Got no Clark. Means we might have to play Hinge. Well, we did actually push Brisbane. Close, but no cigar. Hayes has a collectible. Just doing a Richmond Tigers rebuild to see if I can get the Tigers back to the top. And we're back to winning in Perth. 10 points over Freo. We're into the last round against Geelong. We got Noah also playing for this last match. Coming in for Connor O'Sullivan. The Gorillas in. Recall Chol. Beat Geelong. That means Richmond have won 18 games. As this is our best season in a long time. And this is the exact reason why the Brown came back to Punt Road. To take the Tigers back to the preliminary final for the first time since 2020. Richmond have got a real shot of winning the grand final. So we just recalled Harry Armstrong for the grand final against the Crows, as this is the Tigers' first decider since 2020. Well, our reserve side got knocked out in the prelim. We've got to make the legend Matty Greenwood captain. We need him to be the man to hold the cup for Richmond. And so, we're in the 2028 grand final. This is the opportunity to win a premiership for the Richmond Tigers. I'll hand you over to the commentary crew. So we got the 2000. We head for the 2028 grand final.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. It's great to have you with us at the MCG. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Adelaide and Richmond. It's the best of the best. Winner takes all. A season full of twists and turns comes to its conclusion. Who will be crowned Premier today? And out they come, led by their skipper.
with this swap of coaches, it's all Adamaze become the new top Crows coach and Zach Domenico become the new Tigers coach with Sam Gregor as his assistant. This will be a case of who really has won the swap.
Harford joins me. Who's your pick today, Huff?
Thanks, Hutto. I like the Crows. They've been the best side all year, and I see no reason to drop off them now. As long as they don't lose their nerve, they should be holding up the cup at the end.
Thanks for those thoughts, Huff. A real buzz around this stadium as the captains meet for the toss. Richmond visited Football Park to take on reigning Premier Adelaide in Round 8, 1998, just inside the 8 and a game ahead of the 10th placed Crows. The home side led by 21 points at the last change, but the Tigers kicked the first 4 goals of the last term to hit the front with 12 minutes to play. The Crows retook the lead briefly before 3 straight Richmond goals put the result beyond doubt. Crows coach Malcolm Blight took the unusual step of coming down to the ground and walking along the boundary line on his way to the rooms with the match still in progress. The Tigers celebrated a redemptive win, their previous visit to the venue having resulted in a 137-point loss to the same side. Joel Bowden and Ben Holland kicked 3 goals each for the winners. The final scores 14-8-92 to 11-13-79. Reed absorbs the pressure. They've bottled it up. Punch clear. Layla goes long. Miller makes good contact. Dangerous place to lose it. That's poor play. It's a hot footy.
We haven't seen any spot yet, which is surprising given the comments that were made during the week.
Who can get the clearance? Clark. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. We've got another stoppage. Briggs with the tap. They've got good chemistry, those two. This will be touch and go. Danger averted, frantic defence.
That's smart play, really. There's no point taking unnecessary risks.
Back into play. Oh, no, what's he doing? Golden opportunity here.
This would give him a shot of confidence.
Heads for goal. It looks good. The Tigers have the first of the grand final.
That's his first, and it's unlikely to be his last. He's looking lively.
The Tigers on the board early. The big men fly. Clark, can he find a teammate? Hinge tries to spike it out of the danger zone. He's drawn a crowd. He was optimistic if he thought he could break that tackle. Briggs got his palm to it. Berry, O'Brien gets the kick away. Clark can go back and shoot at goal.
Poor defence leaving him on his own, and now you'd imagine he'll make them pay.
They like it behind the goals. He's got it.
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
The Crows are within a point. O'Brien wins it down. Clark, Dawson drives it inside the forward 50. O'Sullivan with the big fist. Lukac, Rochelle can't get a clean kick away. It's not a fair fight. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. Briggs with the tap. They have a good understanding, those two. Quality delivery by foot. What's he got on offer? Probing ball. He's hit up the lead. Spearing pass. Full has found some space. Great play. He should have held that one. Terrific forward pressure. Key getting involved. They're tackling with venom today. Who can get the clearance? Dawson. He still found a way. Clean pickup. Ash doing what he does best. Clark. This is promising. Unable to get it inside 50. And they're away. Honours the lead. Good looking kick. Neil Bullen. They are hunting the ball carrier. Attracted a crowd. He couldn't get rid of it. They wanted holding the ball, but nothing doing. O'Brien palms it down. O'Sullivan. Reed collects the half volley. Layla. Michelini in the right spot at the right time. It's loose inside the 50. Keane gets there first. Thought his way through it. The kick is precise. Lowers the eyes. Rankin normally delivers. Ash takes an excellent grab. Tries a safe ball. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Briggs has found some space. They're a big chance here. Who's front and centre? The boundary umpire will toss it back inside the 50.
We might be in for a low-scoring match here if the early going is any indication.
Briggs wins the tap. Clark, Butters, intercepts. Greenwood in the right spot. That might have been dropping the ball. Rankin working hard and presenting well. Searching kick. Briggs couldn't reel it in. He's caught. He's besieged. Great tackling technique there. The two big men do battle. It's a tough game. That's commitment to the court. The umpire whistles for a ball up. O'Brien showing his skills. Clark, they might be caught out on the turnover. Reed, Keane, couldn't burst through. Handballs it to nobody. Greenwood affects the turnover. They're tackling with great intent. Briggs gets his hand to it. O'Sullivan made that ball his. Butters. Armstrong had it and lost it. Bolton. Rusco runs onto it. A little bit of confusion, but advantage has been paid. Miller. The umpire will have it. Good ruck work. Berry. Will the umpire pluck a free kick? They have absolutely spifflicated him. We'll have another ball up. O'Brien with a deft tap. Berry, Dawson, Peatling, Saligo picking their way through. Time to turn on the Jets. Lukac runs onto it and can drive them into attack. Punch that like he meant it. O'Sullivan needs a good decision. That's an uncharacteristic mistake.
We kick this more often than not.
He can put them in front, and he does.
He had the opportunity to put them in front. That's exactly what he's done. Lovely finish.
The Crows conceded the first, but they've been on top since then. O'Brien wins the tap. Berry, Clark, neat little stab kick. Lukac marks. Will he go the bomb? Clark may have just saved a goal. Tidy ball. Reed pushes into space and receives the footy. Bolton can keep it moving. Doesn't often waste it. Laird clears the area. Solid tackle. That's not clever at all. O'Sullivan fighting hard. Houghton all on his own. Here's the vital kick inside the 50. O'Brien showing why he's such a good defender. Can they get something going? The Crows are out of trouble. Ignoring the corridor for now. Laird, he's taken a beauty. Rankin, Clark. Punched away. You can't question his commitment. O'Sullivan harassed into an error. Layla with a chance to relieve the pressure. Chips to halfback. The Tigers moving the ball well. He's generally a good kick. Butters on a lead. The Crows forcing them out wide. Laird, it fell into his arms. Berry. Lukacs marks inside 50 and can have a shot. This might be a chance for the high flyers. Neil Bullen. It's a desperate tackle. He was trying to beat a path to goal, but he was shut down quickly. Briggs showing his skills. Layla, Clark. I felt that one from here. It's been a lacklustre affair so far. Briggs punches it out of the ruck. Rochelle is always dangerous inside 50. Trainer with the footy. Smiley has charged into space. Higgins, that's good work rate. Kicks to centre wing. Well played. What's he got on offer? Not wanting to bomb to a contest. Full with a chance to run. Into the middle with the kick. Rusco got a fist in. Dawson, O'Brien takes the hand pass. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. O'Brien wins the hit out. Keys, Dawson. Looking to extend this margin. Farmer, we've seen that before. Lukac, the kick lets them down. Can he impose himself on the match? That's well played. Langford, he ran into a brick wall. Farmer, he's set upon. No way through there, and they'll reset. O'Brien wins it. Clark. It's a poor entry. A waste, really. Short pass looks good. Langford makes position. Clever kick. Briggs works hard to present. They've opened them up here. That's a powerful hand pass. Well done. Armstrong. Houghton snares the loose ball. Langford, normally creative. This will be their first entry for a while. Higgins gathers on the half volley. He should have the distance, but I'm not sure he has. That probably should have at least scored. Good thinking and good execution too. Michelani working hard and being rewarded. They're moving the footy well here. Dawson. Houghton spoils. Lukac. Neil Bullen towards the goal mouth. Farmer saves the day again. 1 quarter down. It's been entertaining so far, and there's little in it on the scoreboard. What's happening down there, Gary?
That was typical finals footy. Not much has come easily for either side so far. This is a test of endurance more than anything else, and not only physical but mental as well. The only way through is to keep piling the pressure on for the full 4 quarters and withstanding the pressure that's applied to you.
Thanks, Gary, as we get going again. The big men fly. O'Sullivan, Briggs. How will the umpire see this? It hasn't been a great spectacle, but at least it's close. Briggs wins it. Layla, a model of consistency. He'll be sore in the morning. It's a good old-fashioned gang tackle. Got to get rid of it quickly. That's not quick enough.
Not sure there was much prior opportunity there.
The umpire says he had no prior. Briggs with a deft tap. Reed leading from the front. Langford, centre square, loose ball. Keys. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. We've got another stoppage. Briggs smashes it out of there. Dawson, got to get it forward now. That was a brilliant tackle. Oh, they're hitting in hard. O'Brien wins the tap. Dawson, you asked for it, you got it. Maybe the ump's got to kick it 20 metres sideways and let them run after it. O'Brien showing his skills. O'Sullivan, Langford.
The Tigers might be behind on the scoreboard, but they're giving a very good account of themselves.
O'Brien, the winner there. Keys, Peatling. Who was he aiming for? Curtin just had to get it out. A bit of a panicked handball. He'll feel that one.
We haven't seen many goals here, but what we have seen is two very disciplined, hard-working sides refusing to give an inch.
O'Brien has probably got the points at this stage. Keys. Armstrong with the intercept mark. Searching kick. Walter. He's drawn a crowd. They asked the question, but the umpire will have it. O'Brien with the tap. Dawson read it best. Clark. There was no way past that tackle, and we'll have another stoppage. O'Brien has got on top. Dawson. It's a hospital hand pass. The fans will be happy to see this. Neither side able to clear the footy.
Neither side has really looked like piling on the goals. This one's a slow burn for now.
Layla, Butters. Can anyone get to the drop zone? He'll draw them level if he's accurate.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
Set sail for home, and he has delivered.
That was reminiscent of Tony Plugger-Lockett, the way he used his body, then went back and put it straight through the middle.
Back on terms again. Briggs showing his skills. O'Sullivan, Reed, Layla, Butters. Closed him down. Here's a chance to get it forward. Good kick. In no man's land. Keys wins the race. Taken to ground. It would be a hard umpire who would ping him for that. O'Brien slaps it out. Dawson, terrific tackle. We will do it all again. O'Brien with a deft tap. Dawson. Keys only knows one way. Gives it everything. Hinge wins it back. Great mark. Layla. They'll bide their time. The kick is precise. What's he got on offer? That's a useful ball. Full. This is good footy. He might have thought about the corridor. Lukac read that one right off the boot. Hinge intercepts. Normally delivers. Potton had his name written all over it. Neat little stab kick. Alarm bells are ringing. They've picked their way through. Reed marks and should goal.
He couldn't believe his luck finding that much space inside the forward 50.
No problems there.
Well, if you give him room inside 50, you'll pay more often than not.
So the underdog throwing down the gauntlet. You can see their belief growing. Keys, Berry, doesn't often waste it. He's hit up the lead. He's lost it. Sparrow should be able to get them out of trouble. Trainer, O'Sullivan, Reed. Miller making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Smiley, Higgins, Joel. They're moving the footy quickly. Can they beat them back to goal? He's caught. They might be a little unlucky not to be rewarded. It was a fine tackle. McAndrew showing his skills. Keys. Ash takes an excellent grab. Drives it inside the forward 50. O'Sullivan. The distance is the only problem. He's got it.
The Tigers have turned it around, and it's a different match all of a sudden.
The Tigers have kicked the past three and they're looking formidable. McAndrew has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. Farmer is there to save the day. They're playing with purpose and poise. Joel can keep it moving. Layla has found some space. Manages to find a teammate. Out of the congestion. Smiley This is good ball movement. They've got them on the overlap. Brown looms large as usual.
You've got to be switched on to your opposition's ball movement much better than that. It was all too easy.
Brown, he can hurt them again, and he does.
The Crows need to reset, but I don't think they can afford to wait until half-time.
The Tigers with a bit of breathing space now. McAndrew showing his skills. Clark, Keys, honours the lead. They desperately need a goal. Rankin, dangerous to leave on his own. Peatling gets to the front spot. Golden opportunity here.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
Looking to pull one back. That won't do it.
You can't afford to miss gettable shots against a good side when you're already behind.
Trainer to bring it in. Quality delivery by foot. Conservative kick. Layla with a chance to run. Well played. Takes the logical option. Under pressure. That's a bit of a waste. They need a spark. Anyone's ball. Rusco hunting the footy. Can he hit a target? Lukac throws it on the boot. Rochelle has it within range.
The Tide's well and truly against them. This is a must.
That's offline. Didn't really give it a chance.
Perhaps he should have looked to lay that one off. He'd miss more of those than he'd kick.
Trainer tasked with the kick in. Joel makes position. Can he impose himself on the match? Lukac with the big fist. They are tackling machines today. The umpire will have it. Good ruck work. Layla, delightfully done. Reed running in support. Briggs. Thumped away. Laird. Worrell. He doesn't waste many. That's well played. Clever kick. Curtin. Peatling in some space now. Hacking it forward. Lukac is the target, and he marks.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
This deserves a goal, but he's put it the wrong side of the stick.
Gee, he'll be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
The Tigers are under siege at the moment. Oh no, what's he doing?
This would give him a shot of confidence.
He hasn't hit the scoreboard yet. He has now.
He managed to find some space, and he was never going to have a problem converting from there.
It's an understatement to say they needed that one. Briggs palms it down. Layla feeds it out. Langford in the right spot. He's under close attention. That's a great tackle, and it's been rewarded.
He's not happy, but the call's correct.
O'Brien. Ash thwarts them again. Tidy ball. Joel presents in space. The Crows have denied them the corridor. It's come unstuck. Michelini getting involved. He's hurried the kick. It's a poor one. Clark showing why he's such a good defender. Farmer. And they're away. They're moving the footy well here. What's he got on offer? That's an impressive mark. They've had the better of the contest to this point. Michelini might go for a run. Joel charges onto it. It looks a well-oiled forward line. Picking their way through. Brown outbodied his opponent and took a ripper.
He's 3 from 3. Can he maintain a perfect record?
He's got 4 now.
The big forward is threatening to blow this game apart.
The Tigers with a steadying goal. Briggs smashes it out of there. The major interval is upon us. Lots to debate and discuss during the halftime break for fans, commentators and coaches alike. Gary's back. What's caught your eye, Gaz?
It's been a tough slog so far, with both sides having their moments, but neither's really looked like getting on a roll and scoring goals quickly. That's largely due to pressure, of course, but also some questionable decision-making with ball in hand. This game is there for the taking for the side that can be cleaner with the footy.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. It's been a great duel between the two big men. Clark, Briggs, they could be vulnerable here. Can he be the fire starter? Good thinking and good execution too. He's been quiet. The kick was centimetre perfect. That's skillful. Punched away. Reed was committed to the contest. The goal umpire doesn't need to work for that one.
They'll be looking for more of that. If they get it, they'll be in front in no time.
There's a long way to go, but we might just be watching a grand final for the ages. Berry attracted a crowd. And we will do it all again. Good ruck work. Keys. Berry. I've liked his game today. Seizes the moment. Searching kick. He's normally better than that. Rochelle gathers. Clark. They cannot keep him quiet. They must tidy up their kicking. Probing ball. Joel with a chance to relieve the pressure. Spearing pass. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Laird clears the area. Greenwood. Bolton. Great hands there. What's he got on offer? Clark pushes into space and receives the footy. Gets a kick away. Keys. Read that well. He's been industrious. Berry in the clear. They've opened them up here. Keys. Drives it inside the forward 50. Ash saves the day again. Normally delivers. The Tigers are out of trouble. Ignoring the corridor for now. Slips through his fingers. Butters. They have absolutely spifflicated him. It hasn't been a great spectacle, but at least it's close. Briggs showing his skills. Reed. O'Sullivan. Got to get it on quickly. Full. I felt that one from here. Rinse and repeat. Punch clear. Reed just shoveled it out. Butters is cool under pressure. Gets his kick despite the heat. Can't afford to give it back in the corridor. They need a mark. O'Sullivan went bang. That's a bit of a gift. Can he find a teammate? Not sure what the idea was there. Great play. Berry is in the clear and marks uncontested.
It's so important to be efficient in front of goals, especially when it's tight on the scoreboard.
Pins the... He is back, winds up and drives it right through the middle.
It eases the pressure on the forwards when you have midfielders chipping in.
The Crows are back in business. Briggs wins the tap. Keys, Berry, can he get a kick away? A quick getaway wasn't possible. They're tackling with venom today. Briggs, the winner there. They're going hammer and tong. It's a hot footy. Some indirect ball movement here. Crunching tackle. He's besieged. The pressure is intense. We'll have yet another stoppage. McAndrew wins the hit out. Clark, Berry. How will the umpire see this? The interchange bench might be calling after that blue. The kick was ill-directed. Walter doesn't want to turn it over there. The umpire says he had no prior. Important clearance here. He's drawn a crowd. Joel in towards goal. He's made the goal umpire work, but he's got it.
He's all class in front of the sticks. That's a great finish.
The Tigers are taking it right up to their more fancied opponents. McAndrew punches it out of the ruck. Berry, Clark. Can't get hold of it. Trainer is calm in a crisis. Sparrow, Rankin. An unexpected opportunity here.
He'll surely go back and slot this.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
They've got to find a way to get him into the game. We know how damaging he can be.
The Crows have got it back to 3 points. McAndrew with the tap. Clark manages to get off a handball. Saligo, Rusco has pushed up. He's generally a good kick. That's an uncharacteristic mistake. Joel has found some space. Doesn't often waste it. Quality delivery by foot. What's he got on offer? Saligo got a fist in. Joel, he's done brilliantly. Lace out. Great footy.
This is what he gets paid to do. Kick these goals.
Looks good off the boot. He's got it.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Tigers in front by 9 points. Briggs wins it down. O'Sullivan, here's a chance to get it forward. Full on a lead. Attracted a crowd. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. McAndrew has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. Who's front and centre? Ash. He'll feel that one.
The Tigers look a little more potent with ball in hand at the moment.
There'll be a few feeling sore after this match. Briggs slaps it out. O'Sullivan, Sparrow. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. There might have been an argument for a free kick there. Good ruck work. Berry at close quarters. Clark has brought his own ball. Gives it everything. O'Sullivan is proving hard to pass. Rochelle takes him high. Can he impose himself on the match? Farmer making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Disciplined defence called for and provided.
That's smart play, really. There's no point taking unnecessary risks.
Hinge brings it back in. Briggs always looked likely. Tidy ball. Bolton can keep it moving. Good kick. Full. It sits and he's in business. Sloppy disposal and a turnover. Saligo wins the contest hands down. They've got a problem now. Pokes it into the pocket. Farmer is racking up spoils. Berry, can he get a shot away? He's kicked a goal.
Better ball movement on that occasion allowed them to open up that opportunity in front of goal, and they've got full reward for it.
One kick game again. Briggs slaps it out. O'Sullivan, big tackle laid. They asked the question, but the umpire will have it. Punch clear. Clark read it well. He'll be sore in the morning. He's everywhere at the moment. Shoved him in the back. What's he got on offer? Joel can run and gun. Could that have been holding the ball? Some thought it was, but not the person who matters. McAndrew wins it. Knew where the help was. Saligo. Farmer takes an excellent grab. That's skillful. Smiley all alone in the centre square. His field kicking is normally first rate. Reed has a vice-like grip.
Goals haven't exactly flowed so far, so this would be valuable.
Set sail for home, and he has delivered.
They want to get it in his hands as much as they can with finishing like that.
This is a pulsating grand final. Hope you're loving it at home. O'Sullivan leading from the front. Layla Butters running in support. Smiley is so strong one-on-one. The Tigers look well drilled. Brown, he's put it through.
They took the right options in moving that ball forward and were able to take the opportunity when it presented.
The Tigers have opened up a break. Briggs wins it out of the centre. O'Sullivan, Butters. Layla has a paddock in front of him. Reed, can he hit a target? Brown scrounges a kick. The sprint is on. Butters kicking for his first. Rushed over and they can reset.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Taking no risks with the kick in. Honours the lead. He's struggled to make an impact to this point. Michelani, useful hand pass. They need a spark. Briggs makes good contact. Rochelle, Clark with time. Bolton in the centre square. Squeezes the kick. Smiley. They're tackling with great intent. Briggs punches it out of the ruck. Butters, what can he do with it? We'll have another ball up. Briggs wins it down. Layla, he's caught. Something has to give soon.
The Tigers would arguably be sitting on a greater lead if they'd been a little more careful with the ball. They sort that out, they'll be hard to stop.
Butters, this is promising. Good build-up. O'Sullivan. Reed throws it on the boot. Glenn is there in defence. The Crows might be about to start something. Saligo presents in space. They're moving the footy well here. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Punch that like he meant it. Hinge, he's run into trouble. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. Three quarters in, and this one's still up for grabs. Huge last quarter coming up. What's happening down there, Gary?
The Tigers have put in a strong performance so far. There's still a long way to go, of course, but they've laid down a template for how they can beat this side. They've come in well prepared and are playing a disciplined brand of footy that sees them in this contest up to their eyeballs.
Thanks, Gary. As we get going again, good thinking and good execution too. Finally, they go inside 50. Terrific tackle. The Tigers are bringing great energy. Trainer, they're playing with purpose and poise. The kick is precise, and they're away. That's an impressive mark. Reed, all on his own, takes the safe option. Greenwood dealt with the pressure. It's a tough game. They've bottled it up. Briggs with a deft tap. Layla, Reed. The Crows have won it back. Walter getting involved. Dawson, well played. Decides to go. Curtin commands the footy.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
He hasn't kicked a goal today, and he still hasn't.
Some good work to create that shot on goal, but unfortunately, the finish let them down.
Takes the short option from the kick in. What can they muster from the back half? That's well played. You can see their confidence growing. Layla with a chance to run. They've opened them up here. Greenwood gets to the front spot. Joel. Brown. Snap around the body. It's there.
What terrific goal sense he has, showing exactly why you can't afford to give him any space inside 50.
The Tigers have one hand on the cup. Briggs has rucked tirelessly. Layla O'Sullivan has turned it on today. Brown, strong grab.
This would just about snuff them out if he's successful.
That's offline. Didn't really give it a chance.
I'll be hoping the ball isn't whisked down the other end for a goal. It's a bad feeling when that happens.
Looking for a quick transition. Laird pushes into space and receives the footy. He's hit up the lead. Rankin works hard to present. Clark, dangerous to leave on his own. Neil Bullen, that's good work rate. They might be out here. There are only two ways you can dispose of it, and he did neither.
Nothing wrong with ambition, but you've got to know your limits.
Brown makes position, goes long. It's a poor inside 50. Clever kick. Laird in the clear. The Crows haven't thrown the towel in. Good work rate. That's a useful ball. Clark has found some space. Manages to find a teammate. It's eluded him. They should have been going forward. Now they'll have to defend. They could be vulnerable here. Neat little worm burner. They'll need to be more careful than that. Crunching tackle, moving the footy laterally. In no man's land. Walter, Luque, runs towards goal and slams it through for a six-pointer.
He's finally on the score sheet. It's been quiet today, but he made that one count.
The Crows need to follow that goal up. Joel has got on top. Peatling, Clark, O'Brien, Walter, O'Sullivan reads the play so well. Great tackling technique there. Joel has had his measure today. O'Sullivan, full on centre wingers marked. They're looking good. Can't hang on under close attention. Which way will it bounce? It would have been harsh to call that insufficient intent.
Got to set up well for the stoppage to make sure they don't score from it.
Joel with a deft tap. Layla, opportunity here. Bends it around the body. One behind.
He'll be itching for an opportunity to make up for that.
Rusco with the footy. Can you believe it? He's given it straight back in front of goal.
This would give him a shot of confidence.
Struck it well. No problems there.
He managed to find some space, and he was never going to have a problem converting from there.
You get the feeling they've done enough now. Walter wins it down. Clark, Peatling, O'Brien, crosses the paint. Rankin is in the clear and marks uncontested. The Crows have been out of sorts. Lukac, he's taken a beauty.
There might just be a chance of pitching this game if this goes through.
Gotta be a goal. Oh, it's a dreadful miss.
You can't afford to spurn those sorts of chances.
Hinge to bring it in. Generosity is a wonderful quality, but not on a football field.
Got to kick this one and give them some hope.
Looking to pull one back. That won't do it.
You can't afford to miss gettable shots against a good side when you're already behind.
Trainer tasked with the kick in. Joel can keep it moving. Tidy ball. Layla on a lead. Got a little time here. He's got an option in the centre square. Thumped away. Michelani will keep coming. He's lost possession. Bolton, O'Sullivan, Keane with another spoil. I think he called for that. He's set upon. They're going nowhere and we'll have a stoppage near the centre. Joel, the winner there. Reed, Layla. He's so good in close. O'Sullivan. It looks a well-oiled forward line.
He can put the finishing touch on a fine passage of play.
This deserves a goal, but he's put it the wrong side of the stick.
Gee, he'd be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
Looking for a quick transition. The kick was centimetre perfect. Tries a safe ball. Berry working hard and presenting well. The Crows are out of trouble. That's good vision. Clark in the clear on centre wing. Joel intercepts. Reed just trying to get it forward under pressure. Who's got the wheels? Keane didn't need to be asked twice. Met solidly. The Tigers are giving them nothing. Joel showing his skills. Reed, O'Brien, desperate to win it back. Dawson, Clark, Trainer doing what he does best. Cops some unwanted attention. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. Walter showing his skills. Berry, it's no place for the faint-hearted. We've got another stoppage. Walter showing his skills. They have a good understanding, those two. Berry, foot race on the wing. Ball spills free in the tackle. Laird. This might be a chance for the high flyers. Well, I suppose if you're going to turn it over, that's not the worst place. Normally delivers. It's come unstuck. They've got them on the overlap. The Tigers have been caught napping.
The Crows are flat at the moment. Perhaps a goal here would energise them.
He's the right man to have it, and he's delivered.
We all know how good a midfielder he is, but it must be tempting for his coach to let him spend more time forward.
The Crows haven't played great footy, but they're hanging in there. Joel punches it out of the ruck. Layla has been irrepressible. Reed punched away. Rusco under pressure. Laird. Can he hit a target? Berry throws it on the boot. Good thinking and good execution too. Dawson. Layla with the big fist. Trainer. Hinge out wide with the kick. Dawson went bang. Ash. He's gone. Reed feeling the heat. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. Joel gets his hand to it. Berry, Peatling. Hinge says thank you very much. That's skillful. Butters. Searching kick. Dawson makes good contact and out of play. O'Brien palms it down. Berry honours the lead. Breaks the line. He's been quiet. O'Sullivan takes an excellent grab. They're playing with purpose and poise. Butters, that's well played. What's he got on offer? He's generally a good kick. Bolton, he's outmarked 2 of them. He's had little impact so far. Alarm bells are ringing.
This is a tall order, but if anyone can do it, it's him.
He backs himself, but he hasn't hit it well. A behind.
The way they've kicked the goal today, you wouldn't have been
And
surprised if
that
that had
will
gone
wrap
through
it up.
too.
The Tigers are 2028 premiers.
It's all over. After a long, hard season full of twists and turns, the ecstasy and the relief are palpable, not only for the players, but for the fans as well. What are the
Hey,
main
Mark, it was a
takeaways
great
from that one,
game.
Huff?
The Tigers were able to hold their nerve, and you can see what it means to them. They
Great to
worked
see
their
Tigers
tails off and
supporters
kept on responding every time it
celebrating
was put to
again
them.
with this
This is a
premiership in
premiership they had to win the
2028.
hard way, but that only makes it sweeter. They will celebrate long and hard.
Lots to discuss as ever. Thanks for that, Huff.
Definitely. You remember 2017 to 2020? That was a golden era for Richmond. 3 premierships in 4 years. Should have been 4 in a row. I reckon it's going to happen. Zach Butters to Richmond. The 2021 against Geelong was really good. Dustin Martin really turned it on after half-time. Showing Gary Ablett Jr.'s career came to an end in the first term. That was a goal of the year contender in 2020. Remember Marlon Pickett's debut in 2019? It was a grand final. He was in Norm Smith contention in just his first game. Anyways, this will be the end of the stream. We've been on Queensland holiday for a while, then heading back to Victoria